Yo, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to the village hidden within the streets. We are the Black Flames. My name is Bam.
And my name's Dr. Griffs. Welcome back. So, Bam, have you ever felt like you're going through it?
Yeah. Like, multiple times in life. Now, when you say going to it, you mean like what do you mean? Like down bad? Like what's going on?
Like you just going through it, it's not your best day. Hopefully it's not your worst day, but you know what I'm saying? Like you just like, man, I'm going through it. I'm kind of down bad right now.
Yeah. I think almost everybody's had that feeling of like, yo, life is just not life is not lifing for you, and you're just like, yo. And
life is real mid right now.
Life is real mid, and sometimes you just gotta put your head down and just like, sometimes you just don't want to leave your room. Sometimes life be like that.
That's a fact. So I thought it'd be cool if we could make this episode about characters that we think are just down bad, down horrendous. So whenever we're feeling bad, look back at this episode and be like,
at least we're not like that.
Maybe we ain't this bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, it should be a fun episode, man. Should be a fun episode. So Dr. Griffs was mentioned, like, for this episode, we kind of have, like, not really a tier list about it, but more of, like, we go from down bad to, like, down horrendous or down horrible. And so we kind of, like, go from our list of characters that we kind of, like, found for ourselves. And I don't know, do you want me to start, or do you have a character in mind?
Sure, yeah, you can start.
Okay, so my candidate for down bad right now is Nico Robin for One Piece. Nico Robin.
Explain.
Okay. So when I was thinking about down bad characters in terms of anime and like fiction in general, when you really think about it, almost every main character at least, starts off down bad. You know what I mean? Tanjiro, whole family gets annihilated. Eren, mom gets annihilated and lives in a world like that. Like a lot of the main characters we know, Naruto, Orphan, a lot of the main characters we know start off down bad. So I feel like if we're comparing down bad, it's like it's got to be like losing your parents is not enough to be like on this list, in my opinion, as an anime character. So when I think about Nico Robin, her whole civilization got obliterated because she had knowledge, or had the capacity to obtain secret knowledge that the government was trying to hide, and she's been being hunted her whole life. You know what I mean? Even to this day, she's being hunted because she's one of the few characters in the world of One Piece that can read this ancient knowledge, right? So to me, it's like she's been living down bad since she's been a child up until she's become an adult, and now she's with the One Piece. Now she's with like with the Straw Hat Pirates, and she's like living it up with Luffy and everything. But up until that point, pretty down bad. Whole civilization got deleted, had to enter a life of crime, had to work with people that you don't agree with in terms of their value system and what they think about. And up until this whole point in canon, she's wanted to die. You know what I mean? She's wanted to die. And up until she met Luffy and we were at Enies lobby, is the first time she literally verbalizes her desire to live. So.
Hey. I hope this doesn't spoil the rest of your list, but do you think that's the worst character in One Piece?
Oh, in terms of One Piece?
Like down the worst in One Piece, you think?
To my current recollection right now, I think she is the most, because I think every other character kind of... I mean, there's some characters in Wano though, like some characters in Wano, like it is pretty down bad. It's pretty down bad. I just didn't think about those at the time, but I would say, but the thing about it is, like, every other character kind of figures out a way to have a positive outlook on life and kind of put that stuff aside. But Robin in particular, like, the focus on her life is very like, you could tell she felt down bad. You could tell she felt down bad, especially with the whole Enies Lobby and like her literally saying, "I want to live." That kind of tells us as the readers or watchers, if you're reading the manga or watching the anime, yo, if she's saying "I want to live," that's kind of like a basic thing that everybody wants to do. But she's literally telling Luffy. So Luffy is looking at her like, "I know you want to die, but I want you on my crew. You're my friend. I care about you. So tell me you want to live. So I actually have a reason to fight for you." You know what I mean? So it's like Luffy could see that up until this point, she didn't have a care in the world about living and continuing. Like she just had like the knowledge and the capacity to read this ancient knowledge, and so she was going through that and she was following that. But there was always a part of her that was like, damn, my whole civilization, my family, everything is gone. What's the point? You know, until she found Luffy, and then she got a point, you know.
Jeez, that's the beginning of your list?
That's the beginning of my list right there, man.
Dang.
What about you?
It's hard to follow up, but imagine living in a world where most of the people, or a lot of people in the world, have powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have any power.
Okay.
Right? So you try to provide for your family the best way you can. Right? So you resort to selling, I don't know, some product.
Okay.
And every time you try to sell this product, the main character accidentally destroys your whole well-being.
What the freak? What? Wait. What is this?
So you travel country to country.
Yeah.
To still try to provide these funds for your family. And the main character somehow, some way, always destroys what you're trying to build up. This is... Do you have any guess of who this is about?
No. Who is this?
This is the life of the Cabbage Man from Avatar: Last.
Yo, I was getting entrenched. I was like, yo, is this gonna be a new series I'm gonna have to pick up and watch? I'm like, yo, what character is he talking about? I'm like, yo, hold on.
I think his actual name is like James or something, but
yo, I never even thought of, yo, the Cabbage Man honestly is down bad. I didn't even think about that. The way you described it, I'm really thinking like, yo, this is gonna be a new anime for me to watch and pick up.
Turn around, it's right there. Like,
my cabbages!
He's really down bad.
Yeah, that's good, bro. That's good.
Hey, I was like, it's hard to follow up after you talk about Nico Robin. I mean, he posts some cabbages, but like every time he goes to a different country, different place,
yeah,
the main character just destroys his stuff.
That's
like,
true.
It's like an MCU movie. You just bought a new car, Hulk throws it down the block. Okay, next week you buy another car, Captain America uses that as a shield. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just,
yeah.
He knows he's a side character. But I think it worked out for him in the end. Like, I think he, in Korra, you see that there's a whole city dedicated to him. So, you know, he made it.
He made it, but yeah, that is down bad. Like, every time you go to a different place, you're like, restart your humble business, selling your product. Yo, bro, the way you described it was so good, because I'm thinking like, yo, is there a character that's selling like drugs to get superpowers, and like the heroes just have to stop this because he's doing illegal activity? No, it's literally my cabbages.
Yeah, I freestyled that. I was like, how can I explain this?
Yo, that was dope, man. Your brain was working with that one. That was good, bro. That was good. I do agree.
That's my beginning list. You know, not everyone else is as wholesome of a story.
Okay, got you. All right, so my thing going from down bad to down sad, I'll say. Sasuke. Let's talk about Sasuke, man. Sasuke from Naruto, bro. Sasuke, similar in context to Nico Robin, but Sasuke just never got that. He just never accepted that support, right? So like, Sasuke loses his whole family, killed by his own brother. That's what adds an extra sting to it. His family, the one person in his family he loved the most and respected and wanted to be like the most, killed everybody that he knew and loved and wanted to be like. So that's a double mind freak, right? It's like your whole family's dead, but it's your brother's fault, and you're just like, I miss my family, but it's your brother. Like the hatred is crazy. Like that's a level of turmoil and confusion that I don't think a lot of people in life would want to deal with, right? So Sasuke had that, and then he just carried that hatred. He just carried that hatred his whole life, and then you see throughout the series how even more confusing it got for Sasuke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, once he got to his brother, that he spent his whole time committing to hating, because he, you know, first he had to convince himself to make Itachi the enemy. His favorite family member. I had to convince myself he is the enemy. Right? Goes to kill him. Wasn't able to. Just to give context to everybody, wasn't able to do it, right? Itachi basically chose to die. Itachi chose to die, okay? And he finds out that Itachi wasn't the enemy. And so now he just has a lifetime of just rage and hatred inside of him. And he's like, who is the enemy? Like, there's no way I'm going to therapy now. Like, who is the enemy?
I ain't gonna hold you. As I got older, I sympathized for Sasuke more. I realized, like, yo, because at first I was like, yo, he's a jerk, da da da.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't believe he went over against Itachi. Itachi didn't say the belief, and he still said, ah. But now I'm older, I'm like, he had a horrible life. Yeah,
when you think about it, because I think about so many times where Naruto was like saying, like, yo, we relate, and like Sasuke being like, bro, we don't. And like before when I was younger, I was like, yeah, you guys relate. I was like, nah, when I'm older now and I'm like rethinking about the series and rewatching episodes, I'm like, nah, Naruto, you were down bad, but you weren't down like in sorrow, bro. Because like there's a difference between not knowing what it's like to have family, and a difference between having family and losing family. There's a difference, you know what I mean? Like, you can't miss something you've never had. You can wonder what it would be like to have it, but there's a different kind of pain and sorrow that comes from having something and it being ripped away, especially by the person you love the most within that family. So that's why I would put Sasuke at that level there.
Yeah, Sasuke, that's a good pick. I didn't think about Sasuke. Well, I did think about Sasuke, but that's a solid pick. No, yeah, he had a sad life. This next character on my tier. So we've been children before.
Okay. Yes.
We've had like idealized versions of our future, right?
Yes.
Like, you know, you want this when you grow up, you want that person in your life when you grow up. So imagine, as a child, tragedy takes place, and you left a choice to make.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You make said choice, and you have to live with the repercussions for at least a decade of your life.
Okay, a decade.
Yeah, daily reminder. I'm sorry, I get emotional.
This guy's crazy. Yeah.
You get a daily reminder of the mistake that you cause not only yourself but also your family. Any thoughts?
Okay, a mistake you made as a child that you felt for at least a decade. You have a daily reminder of it. Dang, bro. I don't know. Yo, because you hit me with the cabbage, man. So like, I'm just my brain doesn't know. It's like, how many?
Do you give up?
Okay, I give up on it.
Okay. I am talking about the Elric brothers from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about that series. I thought about like Shotake's daughter. Like she was just down.
Oh no, she's not even down. She's out. Like she's that's not down. She's out. Like it's like
that was.
Woo! Yo, honestly, that's a contender for down horrible. Just right above horrible. Like
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I can't believe I didn't think about. Damn, you're right. I can't believe I didn't think about Full Metal Alchemist. Shit. Yeah, that's a good That's a good one.
We don't really talk about this beforehand. We want an actual conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking about the Full Metal Alchemist. Well, first of all, Bam's seen much more shows than I have, so I have a limited amount that I could rely on. But Full Metal Alchemist, Edward Elric, right? That's the younger one, right? He's like, I don't know who's worse, because he's the older brother, so he must have guilt about what happened to his younger brother.
Yeah. But
his younger brother doesn't have a body. You know what I'm saying?
I would say Edward is worse because Edward is always Alphonse is the younger brother. Edward as an older brother takes responsibility of I'm gonna get your body back, right? So Alphonse has hope in his older brother to make it happen, but Edward has to make hope into reality. You know what I mean? So one brother has hope because his brother was able at the last minute to pull my soul from the other side and put me into a body. If he could do that, why can't he get my body? Right? But Edward is like, yo, how the freak do I get his body back? That's crazy.
Oh, fair, yeah.
But so I think it's mentally worse. But I will say that's an interesting one, because Alphonse's situation is so like, how does a human exist like that? You know what I mean? While still believing they're human, because Alphonse can't feel anything. Yeah, he can't experience food. He can't experience breathing. Like, he's just existing. No, he can't. Like, he doesn't even feel stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you remember the time when that chimera was like inside of his thing, hiding in there, and then she died. He had the knowledge. He just knew that she died inside of him. But that's it. He couldn't feel it. He couldn't, it's like when he takes damage to his armor, he doesn't feel the damage. You know what I mean? It's such a weird existence. So I don't even know how you categorize that. If that's down to bad, because you're not really experiencing pain, but you're not really experiencing anything. So
you're not experiencing life.
Yeah, that's an interesting one, man. Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll take up the reins for this one. All right, so we're going from down bad to down sorrowful to just you don't want to be there. Okay, you don't want to be here. Okay.
That's the level we're on right here.
Yeah.
You don't want to be here.
You don't want to be here. Okay. All right, let me try to take a page from your book and kind of set the stage. All right. So in many animes, we have the plot line of a character being transported to a different world. And in many cases, the transportation vehicle is a truck, right? You have a typical character, kind of like regular dude coming out of high school, kind of decent in sports, but average. He doesn't really do anything. He hasn't really made a name for himself in life yet. Crosses the street, wow, gets hit by a truck, right? And then he gets reincarnated into this world where he sees fantasy creatures, he sees all this stuff, and he's like, oh shit. And this kid, he's watched some anime, he's played some games, so he's thinking like this is his time. He's like, oh shit, I am the main character. I got reincarnated and brought into a different world. Oh my gosh, like how do I learn magic? How do I learn this? How do I learn that? And if my memory serves me right, the first thing that happens to him in this world as he's trying to figure out what's going on and talk to people, he gets stabbed, right? The first thing that happens, he gets stabbed, and he's thinking this is a mistake and like things are going crazy, because he got stabbed because he was in the wrong place at the wrong time, right? And he bleeds out, closes his eyes, and wakes up where he first spawned back in.
Yeah, what is it?
The character I'm talking about is Subaru from Re:Zero. Now, if you guys don't know what Re:Zero is a story about a normal human being getting reincarnated into a world where magic and people with superhuman level skills and abilities exist. and his only power is, like a video game, the ability to restart the game from a checkpoint.
So you don't.
So when he doesn't have power, so basically when he dies, he just restarts at a checkpoint. So his life is him trying to get through these different story arcs through trial and error.
Damn.
And the error is him dying in some horrible way. And the thing is, like, he remembers. So imagine yourself, imagine yourself playing a video game, and let's say you're playing Dark Souls, right? You're playing Dark Souls, you die by this boss, you're like, oh, dang it, I lost against this boss again, freak, right? Now imagine yourself in Dark Souls, literally you in Dark Souls, your body, and that boss hits you with that big ass axe. It slices off half your torso, but not even slices off half your torso, it slices halfway through. So like you still are feeling and experiencing the pain of that, and you're slowly dying. And then you restart back at the last save checkpoint that you had.
That is crazy.
And the crazy thing about Subaru's situation is that he can't pick the checkpoints. So like he'll literally have a whole thing where he creates emotional connections with certain characters in the show, and like literally get to a point where the character literally falls in love with them, and he's in love with them too. Then he dies and gets reset to a point where he never met that character.
Oh nah, that's crazy.
And so he has all the memory and trauma of this, and the show does such an amazing job of showing just like how he has to do all these mental gymnastics to keep himself together. You'll have certain moments where, bro, and also another caveat in it, because the show is just an extra level of oh freak, he can't tell anybody. If he if he tells anybody that he has the ability to come back and restart, his heart stops and he just resets. Like the moment he feels himself about to tell somebody, like he feels something. He feels like a hand grabbing his heart.
Is he the main character in this show?
Yeah. He's the main character. He's the main character. ReZero.
That is crazy.
ReZero, aka restart from zero.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, camera overheated. But dang. I guess
in the title of this video, we're gonna put a spoiler warning, because we're definitely spoiling a lot of plot lines for certain characters.
Alright, let me know. Alright, so this is the next materialist, right?
Yes.
Okay. Show me out how to introduce this character.
Okay.
You have aspirations in life, right?
Okay.
A basic life.
A basic life.
But a basic life, right?
Okay.
And you are blessed with the fortune of being, being good, being superb. Everyone looks up to you. Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't want any of that. You just wanted to chill. Know what I'm saying?
Heard you.
So, because of your stature, you're placed to make a decision, right?
Okay.
This decision will have the two things you love most: hate your guts.
Hate your guts.
Hate your guts.
Okay.
But you're forced to make that decision. Okay. And on top of that, you have to live a life you hate moving forward. So the only two things that you care about.
The only two things I care about, and I have to make this decision.
You have to make the decision.
Because of my stature.
Because of your stature. We'll hate you. And you have to live with that. And within that life of things you care about hating you, you have to live a life that you hate.
Whoa. So my brain is going like, okay, royalty, some kind of leadership position, right? Two things that, okay, I'm thinking it's gotta be a love interest, right? And maybe a best friend. Damn, that's all. What is the thing, man? What is it?
You give up?
Yeah, it's it.
You know he had to be on this list. Itachi Uchiha.
Wait, what are the two things? Sasuke?
The Leaf Village.
Oh, okay.
And Sasuke.
Oh, okay.
He sacrificed all that, all that being his family.
That's funny how we have Sasuke and then we have Itachi on the same thing, where it's like Sasuke's down bad because of Itachi and Itachi's down bad because of what he had to do. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing Itachi next, but like, let me space it out so you can forget about it.
Yeah.
But Itachi, like, I would not want his life. Like Edward Elric, his life is bad, but like, you know, he could clap.
There's hope in it. There's hope in his life. There's hope of like, yeah, getting things back to normal.
He has a brother in his life.
He does have a brother. He does have no hatred there. No hatred. You need more hatred, Sasuke.
He had two family members. He had
Shusui, and then we had Sasuke. Yeah.
Oh no! I was talking about Edward Elric. He had his father later on in the series.
Oh yeah.
Brother, Itachi had to delete his whole family for the Leaf Village. The Leaf Village hates him because they think he just went crazy one day.
Mm-hmm.
And then his brother that he did it to protect hates him because he deleted the whole family.
Yeah.
And then Itachi, being a pacifist, has to live with the Akatsuki and do horrendous things, making his name even worse. And he don't want to live that life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He is in a horrible cycle of hate.
That is. Well, who would you rather be as? Sasuke's life or Itachi's?
I think Sasuke. Because for like 16 years of his life, he had like a goal.
True. He had, because Itachi's just living out the consequences of the mission. That's his life now, to live out the consequences.
Sasuke had a simple life. His goal was to take out his older brother. And he had, every step along the way, he had allies who was willing to help him in the best way. You know, Kakashi, Sakura, Naruto. Then his new team with Karen, Jugo, Suigetsu. Like, there's always people who want to be around Sasuke.
True. Even when Sasuke was super down bad, he still had Sakura, you know, who always loved him. You know? Yeah.
Itachi, I mean, you could say he had Kisame, but Kisame didn't know anything about him. Sasuke was an open book.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Kisame being Itachi's probably best friend.
Yeah, but if Kisame needed to, he would have tried to kill Itachi. Like, that's like their friendship is contingent on like their current goals and establish where they are. Yeah.
I think if Itachi ever went against the Akatsuki openly, Kisame would probably.
Yeah, he wouldn't even shed a tear. He'll speak like, "Man, I'm gonna miss you, man," but he won't like shed a tear. He might see him smiling in the battle, like, yeah.
He was crippled with sickness. Like, apparently, you know, when Itachi be holding his hand like this. Apparently, he does it because he's in so much overwhelming pain that this is the best way to be soothing for him.
And he does it in such a cool, swaggy way. He's like, I'm in pain, but I still gotta have swag. Like,
whatever ninja disease he had, this was the best way to help him soothe through the pain.
That's hilarious.
So, Itachi, his body was going through it. Wow. His mind was going through it. He was living in his own Tsukiyomi because this was quite literally hell. Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. Okay. So this one I actually mix it up, like, because I do think the ReZero reference I brought is worse than this one. But the next one I have is a character. I don't know if did you watch the Actually, let me set the stage. My apologies, guys. Let me set the stage. Okay. Imagine you are the child of a very influential man. A man that actually is not that influential yet, but has aspirations to be. He has the authority and power of a king, right? Imagine you were born into a family of not just an influential man, but a loving, and a spiritually religious mother, right? This man wants to rule a kingdom that doesn't belong to him because he believes he has the right way to fix it. Imagine the world you're about to be born into is a war-torn country filled with famine and slavery and starvation. And your father, wanting power, wanting to save his country, wanting to have the right to rule, he does everything in his power to find that way naturally. But he fails. And so he succumbs, like many great leaders do, to the paths of darkness. He succumbs to the way of evil. He makes a deal and a pact with the underworld. The pact is the demons will come and bring wealth and prosperity and food to the land. He will revitalize everything that belongs to him, right? And all the demons want is the ability to exist in the world. And the father thinks, yes, how can I do that for you? How can I do that for you? They're like, we need your firstborn son. And the father was like, say less, I'll give you my firstborn son. But remember, the child that's about to be born, the mother is a religious and loving mother. So as the father is coming to take away the son and sacrifice it to these demons so that they can walk the earth and bring this prosperity and wealth to the land, the mother prays to her God for mercy for her child. And so the child that is born doesn't have his life taken by these demons. Instead, every demon that comes in the world takes a piece of his body. This child is the main character from the series called Dororo. And this baby that's born, the baby that is born without skin, born without eyes, born without teeth, born without legs, without arms, born without a tongue, born without a multitude of his organs. But through the grace of that God that mother serves, is given life. And the quest of that child is to kill every demon and get every piece of his body back. But by doing so, remember, these demons are what's keeping the land prosperous, keeping war away, keeping things from happening. So in order for this child to get back what was his birthright, effectively, his body, he has to go around killing these demons. And he has to do it without eyes, without ears, without ability to speak, without arms, legs, without skin, without the ability to feel or touch. And every time he kills a demon, that land that demon governs gets worse. That's the story. I forget the name of the main character, but that's the story of Dororo.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. The cheat code he kind of has to do that is that he's able to see spirits. He's able to see spiritual beings, right? And in that series, they have like prosthetics. You know what I mean? So they have prosthetics that he's able to move and use to help him out.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Like, how do you even get up?
Yeah. So he has those prosthetics, but every time he kills a demon, it gets more difficult for him because he gets overloaded with a new sensory or new aspect of existing that he's never had to deal with before. So imagine having to, I think he gets like the feeling of pain later on. So imagine having, like, you're going all out against these demons, not feeling getting stabbed because you don't have any organs to stab through, not feeling all this pain and everything. Then you get pain, and then you step on a pebble, you're like, fuck, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? It's like, so it's a very interesting thing because you see him kind of struggle with his existence because each sense he's obtaining, he's learning more and more about what it means to be actually human. Because before he was only able to see souls, so he was able to see see human souls and demon souls. Like human souls are like white, demon souls are red, and so like anytime he sees a demon soul, he's like, I'm bodying that, I'm killing that. Yeah. So that's the story of, I forget the name of the main character, Hokuyomi or something like that, but it's from Story Dororo.
Damn, yes, that's rough. That's really.
I still think the story of ReZero and maybe Itachi is kind of worse than his life. It is definitely super down bad, but I do feel like there's a worse feeling to losing something you've had instead of like just starting off kind of down bad, because you're kind of used to that. You know what I mean? Like a person born blind doesn't experience the same kind of sorrow as somebody that becomes blind later in life, you know?
I can imagine. I hope I will never find out.
Me too. Of course, don't, you know, all respect to everybody, but that's just in my opinion for me.
No, yeah. Is that your last character?
That is my last character that I feel I have the capacity to talk about, but I know there's one character. I know, and we're getting to that time, but I know there's that one character that you probably have on your list that I think you have to talk about.
Okay, I think who I have on my list is not who you think would be on my list.
Really? Okay, go. Cool.
I know who you're talking about.
Like, I have no idea about it, but like, just I've heard too much about this character to not know that his life just the legends of how down bad his life is. I'm like, we gotta talk about him, right? It's like, but like, you go ahead, do your thing.
I'm probably not gonna talk about that character.
Okay.
Spoiler alert. That's not my character. I thought about talking about the character, but I didn't want to be demonetized. This character, he had I guess I was related to Keith, but they had a simpler story in some regards. But it's definitely not an enviable life. Like, I don't think. In some ways, I think he's worse than Itachi. In some ways, Itachi is hard to beat. But this character, he just never had a good life. Like, honestly.
Okay.
His whole life was pretty crappy.
Okay.
He found love, and then his life gets even worse.
Jeez.
And you know, by the grace of the Almighty, he was able to find love again, and then his life gets even worse after that.
I think I know who you're talking about, man. Maybe. Keep going.
Yeah. I think that's all I can think about right now in the freestyle without spoiling it. Who are you thinking?
Meliodas?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dang. No. That's not.
No. Because Meliodas has a similar thing to that. Like, he falls in love, but the person like dies and loses their memories and gets reincarnated, so he has to fall in love again with that person. That's his loop. Like, constantly falling in love with the same person and then them dying.
No, yeah, that's sad. But that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I guess I'll add one more thing. The closest people to him betray him the most throughout all this.
The closest people to him?
Yeah.
Is this a series I've watched? I mean, I've watched objectively more than you, but...
You definitely watched this series. I can almost guarantee you've seen the series. Actually, I would guarantee you've seen the series. As you who are also watching, you've probably seen the series as well.
Fall in love multiple times. People you care about betraying him. Damn, I don't know. Leave in the comment section down below if you know. But go ahead, Doctor.
We're talking about Attack on Titan. Specifically, Grisha Yeager. He was down tremendous. since birth, he's been down bad. Since birth.
Yeah.
His sister gets got.
Yes.
He is blamed for it.
Yeah.
He grew up in that whole nation, found love, has a child.
Betrayed by his child. Yeah.
Betrayed by his child. Grace is his life gets even worse after that. He gets tortured.
His first wife turns into a Titan.
Yes.
And his first wife eats his second wife. That's crazy.
His second child knew this was gonna happen to him.
Oh yeah, forced him. Yo.
Betrayed him, but not tell him what's gonna happen. And then he gets eaten by his second child. Like, yo, there's no happy story, and there's no happy point in Christian Jaeger's life.
Wow. He
tried to redeem himself, but in his redemption, he knew he ate a Titan, so he had 13 years left to live. He realized he was sent here because he, hella nationalistic to try to get the founding Titan back, but he doesn't really want to do that because he realized he messed up the first time with his family, and then he realized his second son, he's crazy. Like, it's really crazy. And then he didn't want to take out the family, but his son made him do it.
Yeah, that's crazy. And when you really think about it, like the more I think about like how Eren manipulated Grisha since we found out in season 4, blows my mind. He manipulated his father into a situation where he would eat his father.
Yes.
That blows my mind. That blows my mind. You create a situation where you're like, I'm gonna let this happen to kill my dad, like, because it's all different when you think it's like, okay, Grisha is making the cake, doing that to Eren, okay, but no, when you realize it's Eren, it's different, man. It hits like aggressively different.
His father and mom betrayed him because like they didn't stand on his side when his sister got eaten by dogs.
Yeah,
like. Well, if you hadn't crossed the street, it wouldn't have happened. He's like, yo, what do you what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? So no support from that family.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He builds the revolutionary family around him, but his son betrays him.
Yeah.
Understandably, I guess. His son betrays him. So his revolutionary family is like, how you get betrayed by your own son? We hate you. We should never have followed you.
Mm-hmm.
He sees all his family, all his friends he cultivated get turned to Titan.
Yep.
He sees his wife about to get turned to Titan. He tries to save it. Stops.
Oh my gosh.
He gets turned to Titan. And then the guy who saved him was kind of partially the reason why his sister got killed.
Yeah, the layer to it, another layer that I'm just peeling on this onion of Attack on Titan, is that all the Titans that attacks, the first ones that attack Paradise, right? That are not like, Reiner and like all the Titan shifters, is the revolutionaries. Like all the revolutionaries that wanted freedom for Eldians are the ones that actually attack.
Yeah,
I just peeped that. That's crazy.
That is actually really great.
Wow, it's a creator. What? How many levels? Like, bro. Yeah, if you know Dr. Griffs, he plays chess. But like, what level of chess play do you have to be to create a story like Attack on Titan? Like, what level? Like Grandmaster? Like, how you're thinking?
That's I didn't think about that. That's kind of crazy. Like I knew that it was his friends that attacked him, but think about like
because
their whole life dedicated to freeing their people, and they're the ones that are oppressing their people.
Yeah, because that's his mom. Like the first wife was the one that ate, so she had to be part of that group, right? Yeah. So it's like all those Titans came through was that original group. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
Christian Jaeger probably has the worst life in Attack on Titan. He probably has. I think I could almost confidently say he has the worst life.
Mm-hmm. I would say without making this video too long, I would say damn, I forgot his name. Beyblade. Ackerman, Beyblade, cleans a lot. Yeah, I think Levi's starts to life is really trash, but ultimately he's got that prime genetics, and he's like, he's able to defend himself, and he got a good position in the country he's in. So Towards
anybody. Richard ate 2 people, at least.
yeah, true.
Like, and then he got. I mean, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but like those ain't like.
Yeah.
He just had a horrible life.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Well, guys. I hope this podcast, this however you're intaking this information, helped give you a reminder that maybe your life is not that bad. You know, maybe. Yeah.
I almost like, to be clear, it's okay to have sad days. Like,
it's okay.
Oh, you only failed the finals. You shouldn't be sad. Because, like, no, we're not saying that. But perspective and. Things can always be worse.
Things can always be worse. But yeah, guys, let us know. Let us know if there's any characters that you think is really down bad that we didn't mention here. Again, in anime, there's a whole bunch of characters that are really down bad that we didn't get to on this list. There's one character specific that we like. If you're into anime or into manga, but we just. I didn't touch it because I haven't read the material for it. But I just know from just how people talk about it.
Yeah.
His life, not good. Not good.
A lot of guts and bravery to live his life.
A lot of guts and bravery.
I think if you like this series, we can make more episodes like this. Because there's a plethora of anime characters that's out there.
But yeah.
Like, authors, mangaka, love making a horrible story for their protagonists.
They do. Because I guess it allows us to connect more with it. Be like, damn, like you're really down. How do you get back up? It's like, how do you get there? How do you get from there to there? But yeah, guys, we appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you have your own thoughts and opinions you want to share about what we talked about, and we will be there in the comment section down below. This is me. I'm Bam. This is Dr. Griffs. We have in the description we have links to our separate channels down below. So if you want to see us doing our own things, and we come together like on a weekly basis to make this content because we enjoy talking about these things and having fun. So if you want to be here for it, come through, subscribe. Yeah, my brain's going blank, Dr. Griffs. You want to close it out?
Peace.
Oh yeah, peace.